Hi, everyone. I'm sitting on my deck with a beautiful view of the lake. And I was just rereading the ebook that I'm writing, and where I'm going to give like a lot of pointers for people that want to awaken. And I got to the point where I explained that a lot of people think that awakening is an event, so that it is something that they can look forward to, that it is an event in their life. It's going to show up, something that they work towards, and then all of a sudden they're going to have this awakening. But an event is usually something that has a beginning and an end. So when we talk about self-realization, awakening, recognizing your true nature, that is not an event. That is a huge misunderstanding. It is not something that you work towards. It is something that is there. It happens. You realize it. You have this, this is what it is. And all of a sudden you see it. Seeing is not the word, but for lack of a better, I would say you see it, you experience it it's very subtle. Like all of a sudden, it's there. All of a sudden, you realize that it was always there. And then it is so simple. And then you ask yourself, how could I have missed that? Because it isn't an event. It is not something that is going to happen in time. It is not something that now you realize your true nature. From now on, things are going to be different. um, all of a sudden, all your troubles are going to disappear. All of a sudden, your life is going to be totally different. And my experience is that 100% everything is different, but at the same time, everything is also the same. There is still regular life. You still are going to have to take a shower in the morning, brush your teeth, m- make lunch, do laundry, go to work, do whatever you did before. But what changes is the awareness, like there is like a shift, a very subtle shift in consciousness. So it is not something that an event. An event is you go to a concert and you buy tickets and you go there, and then all the event happens, and then you go back home and everything. You can, let's say you go to, I say a concert, but it can also be like you go to a spiritual retreat. So you do all the preparations, you go to the spiritual retreat. In the retreat, you're like, oh, amazing. You're in that collective consciousness. And if you go to a retreat, you get lifted up to the consciousness of the person with all the high vibes. That's what makes you feel good. If you go to a guru or somebody that is an inspirational speaker or a meditation teacher, they usually have this high vibes. So they will lift you up to those vibes. So you're going to see things that you otherwise don't see. And so you might think that, oh, I see it now. But then you go home and it drops back down because it isn't an event. It is an experience that you take with you all the time. Once you recognize your true nature, you cannot not see it. You cannot unsee it. You will maybe not be aware in the moment, but there is always that subtle layer, like the layer of being awake. You know who you are. And even if you just drop into the body, which is all the words that I'm using is just words, but I'm using them to try to point you to something that when you are awake, when you did realize your true nature, it is not like lightning struck and now all of a sudden, and I'm not saying that it couldn't be that way, but it wasn't that way for me. And I think that, or I believe, and I know that if you're watching me, you are still seeking, you're still a seeker for that realization. And I'm just trying to point you in the direction of where you can sit and have that subtle awareness, that subtle understanding. Aha, this is it. And then you're going to get like a big smile on your face and you're gonna know, because that's it. So I'm very excited for the ebook that I'm creating, where I put in a lot of pointers that are all coming from questions that you guys asked me, and I just allow the information to come to and through me and put them out there for you. So let me know if you would be, if you're also excited to read something about how you can get, and I'm not saying there's nothing to get, it's all there, but again, it's all the words that we're using. But if I can help one person to wake up, recognize their true nature by reading my ebook, and I start with saying there's nothing that can, all the retreats, all the books, it cannot bring you there, but I can try to point you in the right direction. So it's not about getting more knowledge, it's about getting like a little push in the right direction, not getting more in here, but getting more like, it's hard to explain. So that's why the book takes a while, because I really want to make sure that it is helping seekers so that they can stop seeking and that they can just be in the moment, awake, and have that feeling of knowing. All right, you guys, let me know in the comments if there is anything else that you would like me to talk about. I answered all the questions that I had in my comments so far. So if there's other questions, let me know. Also, please subscribe. I would love to get my subscribers up. I want to help more people to realize their true nature. And if I can help one person anywhere in the world to do that, that makes my day. So you can help me do that by liking, by subscribing, and by sharing. And I truly, truly appreciate that. And if there's anything that you would like me to answer, put it in the comments. And also put your experience in the comments. Because if you have a big aha and somebody reads that, we are all one. We are a mirror for each other. So when you are listening to my words, it means that this is exactly what you need to hear in this moment. So please put in the comments your ahas, your moments of bliss, your moments of seeing something, but it doesn't matter, because somebody's going to read it and it's going to help somebody else. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Bye for now.